Hey guys, what's good? My name is D Money. This is
Mimi.
And this is
Lish
and welcome back to episode number 57 of Allow It. What's good, guys? What's been well? Of course, it's always nice to have Mimi back.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
From behind the camera.
Exactly, from behind the scenes to in front of the scenes at the moment. Is that what you call it? So behind the scenes, you've moved forward. Yeah. How does it feel to be on camera? Again, because this is what, your second time now, actually?
Third.
I think you're
second real time.
Your second.
No, third actually.
Yeah,
you're right.
Third.
You're right.
Is it really? Yeah, your third time.
Yeah.
You're kind of used to it now, right?
No.
We're
trying to get used to it.
You will try and get used to it. Exactly.
It's all right. It's my 57th time and I'm still not used to it.
Woo, woo, woo. Let's keep on praying for Alicia.
Yes. She's going to get there eventually.
She will. Eventually she'll get there for sure. Who said I've gotten there out here? People
I feel like you have.
No, I don't think I have.
Yeah, I feel like you get stuck in and you're like, let's do it.
Yeah. We just gotta get on with it.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think you're good. I think this is
this is her element.
This is my element.
Your element, you're just like, cameras rolling.
She's like, I want to talk to you guys, just not in person.
Basically.
Oh my God, yes.
Basically.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's a
Let's get in front of the camera and chat.
Exactly.
Basically. Let's chat on camera. That's it. So let's jump right in to our new segment, which is really cool. So obviously Shimim has come up with this, which is great because we can't.
Of course.
So this week we're going to start with a new segment called Hot Takes.
Hot Takes.
Hot Takes, exactly. So we're going to basically delve into... we're going to share one of us, right? Are going to share our hot take, and we have 30 seconds to share an unpopular opinion and defend it. So it can be anything. It could be weird food. It could be a bold political stance. It could be a controversial quote. It could be literally anything. So who's going to give it a go first? Shall we start? Let's start with a guest. Let's do that.
I sort of forgot my hot take.
How can you forget your hot take?
I didn't write it down. I came unprepared, guys.
Okay, then cool. Go ahead.
But
same.
Okay, so I guess my hot take is I don't even consider.
I love this for me.
I don't even consider it to be like such a hot take.
Yeah, sure.
But some people might find it as a hot take.
Yeah.
So my hot take is relationships that don't last does not mean that it's a failure.
Oh, come on. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Often a lot of people are like,
yes,
my relationship failed, the marriage failed because we didn't reach this thing. And it's like, no, sis, you succeeded. You had like 5 good years.
Thank you.
10 good years.
Sis.
However many good years, 3 months or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully you took whatever lesson you learned from there and grew.
Yeah. Exactly.
But if you didn't, then you failed yourself.
The relationship didn't fail. There you go. There you go. It's such like a thing. I think, thank goodness that our children are bypassing this whole failure, especially when it comes to relationships. Whether you're a man or a woman, they come seasons, they comes reasons. You're with that person for a certain period of time. They benefit you, you benefit them. You might not even benefit them at all. They might not benefit you at all.
Exactly.
That bit, I think, is the failure. When you fail to realize when someone is actually not contributing or is for you or is helping you progress in your life within the relationship.
Yes.
But not necessarily, relationships are failures because they finished a certain period of time.
But that's the chat that we hear.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm definitely a firm believer of people being in your life sometimes for a season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you keep it pushing, and
you
everyone
keep
goes
it pushing.
about their merry way. Yeah,
exactly. That's in friendships and intimate relationships as well.
Exactly.
Like sometimes it's just for that period, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's
okay.
And there's, even if the period is short, I'm not so I couldn't care less how long someone else's relationship is, or either mine either, right? So if someone is like, okay, 10 years, but it's 10 years of misery. Or it might be it might be 10 weeks, and it could be 10 weeks of the best time you've ever had.
Yeah.
And then things just don't work out. So who's had a good time here? 10 years or 10 weeks?
I wonder, is that a deal breaker though? Say you meet a guy and he's never been in a long-term relationship.
No.
Does that bother
Not
you?
necessarily, no.
Okay.
Because it's not, he could have done like a 20-year stint with someone
Mm-hmm.
and he could have not been a great partner.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
not learned anything.
Yeah.
So it's better that he's not stuck in something.
Yeah.
Exactly. And during that time, also the partner most probably was not clear or communicative of what she wanted in the relationship.
Exactly that.
So you're over here picking up someone who's actually 20 years behind.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
20
Yeah.
years behind.
Oh, 20 years behind.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't know. There was a certain point where I think during the season of dating, I would likely say, oh, you haven't. Things like, especially at the age that we're getting to now, it's a good thing because that's what we're going to jump into next. I find like if I meet a man, they have not had a wife, they've not had children, they've not had a dog, they've not traveled. They've not, they've not gone back to school. They haven't built a business.
Something.
So what have we been doing?
Yeah. What have we been doing?
Sometimes.
I don't even know. I was about to say living, but apparently not. I don't know what
Yeah,
he's
because
doing.
he's not- he's
not traveling.
He
And he
hasn't
didn't
done
get a dog.
anything.
He didn't
Yeah.
get a dog.
Why?
He didn't
a
got a
dog.
cat.
That's why I was
So we
like,
know.
actually, maybe he's not living.
You haven't
I
built a
don't know.
business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what have we been doing? So yeah,
Cruising.
Exactly.
Do something.
Do something.
Like live.
Exactly.
So we know that, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's jump into your hot take. That's good.
Well, mine, I actually posted about it on Threads not so long ago.
Okay.
And I am a foodie. So my hot take is people spending all this money on fruit.
That's you, though. She's talking about herself.
I'm not talking about myself.
Yes, you are.
Because I would not spend 70 pounds on grapes.
Okay, you wouldn't.
That's a bit crazy.
the Harry's grapes.
Wait, no, I had to call her out because she spent £10 or something
No,
on 2 tangerines.
it was £5.
£5
It
on
was
2
£5
tangerines.
on 2 You cannot compare that with
a
a 70 pound.
grape.
Who
And
pays
what is it? And I
£5
think
for
the
2
watermelon
tangerines?
was 100
The
pounds.
watermelon in Harrods is 150.
Come on
pounds.
now.
And the grapes, the Japanese grapes are
70 pounds.
It starts when you spend £5 on 2
Nah,
tangerines.
no. It doesn't start like that.
apparently
And it's a
they're
sumo.
worth
It's a
70
sumo.
pounds.
It's a sumo. It's not just.
So you don't think they're worth £70?
I don't know. I'm even.
I reckon if they went up to £70, she'll still pay for them.
No, I'm not. The
That's how
sumo?
that's how they
Absolutely
get
not.
you.
No,
they start you off
absolutely
at
not.
£5, and then
And
before
then
you
they
know
move
it,
on.
No, I'm not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not
They move-
spending 70 pounds.
it's like TFL.
£5 on the sumo is actually okay.
Okay,
All right,
cool.
it's okay.
Next time we go Harrods,
Can you let
we
everybody
split
know
them
what a
grapes.
sumo is?
It's a like a tangerine hybrid. Like an orange hybrid. It's a Japanese fruit, I want to say. It's really really good.
good?
It's super good. And it's a
Okay.
big, I think you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay
£5
for.
pounds is okay. 70 pounds on the grapes?
Yeah, that's not happening.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's not happening. Why are we spending that much money though on fruit? That's also chemicalized. I know somewhat organic, but being picked by people.
Yeah,
who
are they
not
like
necessarily
pesticide
getting-
free?
The
grapes?
grapes? No, they're from Japan apparently. So I guess it's the imports expenses
For
the
70
grapes?
pounds?
for the grapes. Yeah, because they gotta come fresh, I guess, all the way from Japan.
Nah.
I don't know. I don't be spending money.
Please,
like that
if
on
anybody,
food,
if
point
anybody's
blank.
had those grapes, let me know.
I don't be spending.
Because she's going to buy
Oh,
it.
No.
exactly. Yeah.
Send some over. Email us, and I'll give you our address.
But I agree. I don't really spend that much money on food anyway, so I don't get it. I could starve and look good, and I couldn't care less. I don't spend money on food.
I do spend money on
you
food.
do.
I do, but 70 pounds on grapes.
It's excessive.
But if I have the money,
Would you?
You would.
spend
She
20?
would.
You
I would.
she would.
Yeah.
If I had
maybe it's the
money,
people that have
I
the money
would
that are
definitely
spending
definitely buy the
If I
70
had the
pound
money,
grapes.
I'm not
the
spending
1%.
£100.
Yeah.
No, I'm not either. Yeah.
If
My
I-
money would go
M&S.
elsewhere. Yeah, my money would definitely. go
I would
elsewhere.
just to try them. It wouldn't be like a thing. Like, okay,
You could buy them and we could try them.
I'm
and
buying
then
my
we'll know.
grapes from Harrods for 70 pounds.
Oh gosh. So
Yeah.
yes, I agree. Do you agree? Do you disagree?
I agree.
You agree
I
as
agree.
well. Okay, cool. We'll jump straight into my hot take, which people are going to kill me over, which possibly might mess up our future sponsor, BetterHelp. But I think
Speak on it, because I think I know what you're going to say.
therapy
Oh,
has
Goodness.
gone too far. everyone who is getting therapy, who is living over-therapized lives, if that's a word.
We'll make
They're
it a word.
basically, every step they take, my therapist said, my therapist says, girl,
My
live
therapist
your
didn't say a
life.
lot, so maybe I didn't have a good one.
Were they from Better Health?
No.
But literally, people who are living their lives according to like therapy 1-to-1 sessions every day, and even they have no personality anymore. Like their personalities are completely gone. I've healed from this. I've sometimes hurt. It's okay.
Yeah, you have to hurt. You actually have to hurt.
Sometimes hurt. It's
feel
okay.
it,
Yeah.
so you can work through it.
Exactly.
Which was actually going to be my initial hot take.
Yeah, which is good.
We're all addicts to something, particularly those that are addicted to wellness. And
Oh God, the wellness
Yeah.
people, the wellness situation.
That
and
was
the
me
money.
over the summer. I was a wellness babe.
oh my God.
Cryo.
The money
yeah.
that is being like, it's just another way
Red
of
light therapy.
over-consumerism.
100%.
Yeah, I
agree.
like red light
Yeah.
therapy though. I haven't used it, but I get the concept. My
Oh, that's
issue is
me.
that I'm not
I
spending.
was all
I do red
over
light
it.
for my skin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
I
you
was all
go.
over
Yeah.
it.
But
Yeah.
that's not like, I'm not like, I wake up in the morning,
No,
at
of course,
5 a.m.
yeah.
in the morning,
I
and I
wake
go
up
and I
in the
grind
morning.
myself. And then
Yes,
before
of
that,
course.
I go for a run, and then I finish from going for a run. Then I come inside and I meditate for
So
an
you don't
hour.
believe in grounding?
I
Then
believe in
take off my
grounding.
shoes,
Ground in
and then
moderation.
ground,
Not everyday
and then like
wellness.
this, and then this. I'm just like, sometimes sit down. Sometimes sit down.
Yeah.
And it's not every day, every single conversation my therapist says, and me and my therapist are working through, and my therapist that, and my therapist this. I'm sick of it. I really am.
I agree
Yeah,
with your
that's,
hot take. Yeah.
thanks very much.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Let's
I
calm down
appreciate
on the
that.
therapy.
Yeah, let's calm
it's
down
all
on
right.
therapy.
I mean, get therapy if you need it.
Yeah,
Definitely
if you
get
need it,
therapy.
for sure.
Yeah.
I know a few people
But I also don't care
That are
about what
quite
your
close to me.
therapist said.
Yeah, my therapist said.
that need some therapy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a healthy balance
Yeah,
is great.
healthy
Yeah,
balance
I
is
think
good.
that's the issue.
Yeah.
What you said, people getting addicted to it.
I think
Yes.
that's because
Yeah.
now we're in a time where it's cool to get therapy. It's cool
yeah.
to have a therapist.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And if you don't have one, it's like, well, my therapist said.
Yeah, maybe you should get a therapist.
Anyway, let's speak about something that I hinted on earlier. So we're going to talk about age, right? And it is sensitive to some, not so much to others.
She's calling you out, girl.
She's calling me out.
It's gotta be done.
She's calling me out.
So I don't know. We're just taught. I
Hence
guess
why I'm all over red light therapy.
We're taught from a young age how, like, as soon as you hit your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, especially us women, that things start going downhill. Your skin starts going downhill. Your sex life starts going downhill. Men are not going to want you. You're undesirable. All of the things that come with this. And, you know, there's recently a woman shared how she was dismissed by a younger generation for her knowledge of Kendrick Lamar simply because of her age. So what happened, Mimi? Just to give briefly.
So she was just commenting on like the whole performance at the Super Bowl.
Right.
He had a jacket on that said
Yeah.
Gloria.
Oh, yes.
And I think she just made a comment like, yeah, that's, he's speaking on his pen. Apparently Kendrick Lamar named his pen Gloria. And then everyone else in the comments was like, no, that's his mom. That's his mom's name. And he was like, no, his mom's name
actually.
is Paula. Yeah, like his
Actually,
mom's name
children.
Is, yeah, his mom's name is Paula. And
Not them just assuming that's
yeah.
his mom's name.
no, because
though.
they came and they gave her a pat on the back, like, okay, auntie, you tried.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, so she was basically saying that she used the term erasure, which basically means, I don't even know if I'm going to explain it properly, but like people are, once you hit a certain age, people try and delete you out of like,
Yeah, for sure.
out of like
Everything.
whether it's you can't go in these spaces, you can't do these things, you can't shop here, you can't do that because you've hit a certain age and you're only supposed to be good for giving advice.
A quarter.
Yeah,
of
you're
your
supposed to
life,
be
and
the
that's it.
Maya Angelou of
Yeah.
like everything now because you're in your 50s. God
mhm.
forbid you go to a festival. God forbid you go
Yeah,
to
of
Kendrick
course.
Lamar
Yeah,
concert. So her whole thing was
yeah.
like, actually, no, I grew up with hip hop. Like I'm a generation from people who were born with hip hop. So
This is a study.
I'm speaking on
Yeah.
what I know for true. And it's true. Paula is his mother's name and Gloria is his pen. I can't tell you why he named his pen Gloria,
Gloria.
but she knows
I was
why.
like, she knows more than me
I'm
because
sure she
I
does.
didn't realize Gloria was
Exactly.
in
I'm sure she does. I think a lot of it is not necessarily of like this newer generation that's coming up that's mentioning things like, okay, how do you know this, or that's incorrect with the way you're saying it. But also for me, for instance, I am really, really eager and really obsessed with like style and fashion, and there's obviously certain things I know I am incapable of wearing because of my body type restricts me, and I know the shapes that work for my body. I also know that I wear what I want still. Regardless of whether it's streetwear sometimes that I incorporate or not incorporate, or I decide that maybe I'm going to upgrade and look this way and look that way. But I feel genuinely, regardless of what age we hit, I don't think we should be restricted as to what we should wear. Or, I just don't get that bit because it's an expressive art. You can't tell an artist that they should stop painting a certain way because they've reached a certain age. Yeah. So, is there a thing as acting your age?
I mean, it is interesting because I agree with the whole, with the clothing thing. I feel like, wear what makes you comfortable, wear what you feel all right in. But yes, I think there are times where I've put on something and I'm like,
But as Dion said, that might just be down to the fact that it's not
for
suitable for your body type.
Yeah, it could be like
Yeah.
it's not suitable for my.
Yeah.
But then also, I'm also the one that sees that old uncle that's still dressed like.
That's the problem.
It's I'm like, all right.
Dressed like he's 50 cents,
I'm
basically.
like, come on now.
different though, isn't
Not with the wife beater and the.
I don't know. I think that's a
bit-
little bit different. Yeah, I think maybe the way Uncle would rock his Timbs and
Like,
his wife beater.
allow your style
the
to
way you
evolve
would
though.
rock.
Yeah, like allow your style to evolve so it's
Exactly.
like suitable to your
Yeah.
I don't wanna
Aesthetic.
say, your aesthetic, exactly
Yeah.
that. Because I'm like you, like I like to follow trends. I like to follow all of like streetwear and whatnot, specifically sneakers.
Of course.
Now,
yeah.
I'm in my
Is
I'm in my 30s, somewhere there. Somewhere
around
there. And I like to keep up with whatever's like, whatever's hype at the moment, sneaker wise. Because I'm like, I want to cop that.
Also, if they're comfortable,
Yeah.
I'm buying them.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less.
I don't think sneakers really see an age though. Do you think there's
They
age?
do.
But like certain types, like
Indeed.
the previous company that I used to work at had a lot of younger people who were into their streetwear. They were like, every sneaker that dropped, they were like, I'm going to cop this, I'm going to cop that. And the moment you spoke on it, it was almost like,
No, why
what
are you
doing?
talking about?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I remember one of the girls actually said to me, "Oh, you're what did she call me?" She said, "You're what's the term they use when you're not midlife crisis? You're
She's midlife crisis.
no, because I wasn't trying to play young.
What, you're an old head?
No,
What
I
is
forgot
her
the term.
saying?
I forgot the term. Basically, she was just like, when you've hit that middle of your age or whatever. I forgot the term.
And it's
didn't even-
definitely not
Yeah, I'm like-
midlife
No, because I
crisis.
thought a midlife crisis was when you were
When you're going through a midlife
when you're going through a
crisis.
midlife crisis. I
Yeah.
wasn't going through a midlife crisis.
So
I was
what is she
just
talking
being
about
like,
then?
I'm down with whatever this is.
I just want nice trainers.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Because I feel like for me growing up, when I was younger and I saw my old heads or whatever copping the new Jordans and things like that, I never felt any type of way. Like it just, that's why I thought like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe there isn't ageism
But I think
with
these-
sneakers and things like that. But it could be different now as we're
The
getting
younger
older.
people think they're a little bit too cool.
Yeah.
So you can't be
for
part
sure.
of that because then
And not only that, I'm not meaning to bash them because obviously this generation is amazing. They're doing things that we never even imagined,
Yeah.
right? but I think there's also that sense of we know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that kind of
yeah.
restricts their mindset.
Yeah.
It's just very centralized, more or less, to them,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't really see anything else happening on the outside. Have you ever felt pressured
To act my age?
act your
Yeah.
age, or has anyone ever said, actually, sit down, auntie? And how do you feel about auntie, actually? How
I'm
do you
okay
feel
being
about
an auntie because I am actually legit an auntie,
Yeah,
but I'm
me
a
too,
cool
actually.
auntie.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm okay with that.
I've
Yeah.
always felt happy to be an
Yeah.
auntie.
I
Even
don't-
when I was auntie 28 years
Yeah.
old, 25 years old. Like,
Fine.
I've been an
I've
auntie
never
since I
been...
was like 10.
Yeah, exactly, actually. You've been an
Not
auntie
10.
since you were so young.
She's like, I'm tapping out.
I've been an auntie for a
No,
very
I'm
long
okay being an
time.
auntie. You can be whatever age you are, whether I'm considered auntie or not, but I still feel cool to me.
And that's
And
cool.
that's,
Yeah,
and that's fine
a
with
good
me.
statement.
However, the only times that I've ever felt like, oh, you need to act your age, I love DJs. I love going to like
Oh yes,
watch
of course,
sets.
exactly.
I love a good boiler room.
Yeah.
I love a
Are you
good
in the front
festival.
acting up? Next to the
I'm
DJ?
acting out, but I like to be at these events,
Yeah,
and oftentimes you feel pushed out because it's like they're young, they're wearing the little belly tops, and
course,
I went to see
yeah.
DJ Spinell at
I love Spinell,
the Jazz
by the way.
Cafe.
Oh my God, where did
Ooh,
you see him?
Oh wait,
It
I
was
remember. That was
last
after
year.
we went to Somerset House.
Had I
right?
just had
Yeah,
children?
no, before Somerset
Was
House.
it before Somerset House?
Before Somerset House,
Okay.
yeah. My cousin bought us tickets and
Okay.
we went. And I was like, it's going to have like not a mature crowd, but a mixed crowd because obviously, you know. And we got there and it was like all the young kids in their cool gear, and
Oh,
I loved it
gosh.
because
Yeah, of
I love
course.
seeing them. You know,
Yeah,
like
do their thing.
do your thing. You're enjoying yourself. And I remember one kid came up to me and he couldn't quite work out, is she older or is she younger?
Like, which one
who
is
she?
it?
And he went, I love your look, so Y2K.
Not so white
I was like, wait, was that a read or was that a compliment?
Actually,
I feel like a lot of the
I think
looks are
that's the
coming back.
compliment. Because Y2K is huge
It's
at the
coming
moment.
back.
It wasn't
Right now,
Y2K
yeah.
though. I'm not
So
sure
it
it
wasn't?
was.
Well, according to the kid,
According
it
to the
was.
kid, it was,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. I
Maybe.
would say
I felt
that's
that way
actually
when
a
we went to
compliment.
recess last
Yeah,
year.
it was very
Oh.
Y2K.
Yeah,
Oh, you
yeah.
felt that way at recess?
I thought there was just so many young
Kids.
young people there, and I was just like, "Geesh."
Recess, maybe. The other one, not so much. The other one that we love going to. What's the one? We go like multiple times every summer.
How could I forget the
God.
name?
Same.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my
we
God.
enjoy it thoroughly.
Yeah. That we forget it.
And we don't know the name.
Oh my God,
my
how can we
God.
forget
What is
it?
the name?
I don't know.
And you made
Can
me
you
go
look it up,
3
please?
times last year.
Yeah, it was amazing though.
my
made me
gosh.
go 3
Oh
times.
my.
I went with you as
times.
well. I think
Yeah.
I went
Yeah.
4 times last year.
Oh, wow.
actually.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, what is it called?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Oh my
Anyway,
gosh,
that
I can't
one,
believe.
I don't feel any type of way
No,
because it's
because
got
it's
an
very,
amazingly
yeah,
nice
mixed
mixed crowd,
crowd.
yeah.
It's just like we're all black, we're all happy.
Yeah.
Let's just vibe and that's it. I tend to go to spaces like that mostly anyway. I've noticed, however, like you were saying, the DJ sets I've gone to, it's been quite a good mix. I think maybe because it was like
It was just that one.
a black coffee
Yeah, yeah.
situation.
Just that one.
That is mixed. And you
Yeah.
actually get some people that actually were even before the DJ's time, but because they just like the genre, they're definitely just going to be there. Yeah. I'm not so sure I've been pressured. I think there's a couple of people, I think, like colleagues that have mentioned that, I don't know, something along my age. Do you know what I mean?
Everyday
Like,
people.
everyday people. We
Gosh.
love going to
Everyday
so
people.
annoying.
Yeah, that
And I
was
still
very
couldn't
annoying.
find it. It just came up in
Oh,
my
it just
mind.
did?
Yeah.
Well done,
I
you.
was looking for it. I'm like, why can't I think
It
of the
starts to
name?
leash.
Gosh. Everyday people.
Everyday
yeah.
people. There's a couple of colleagues I think that have mentioned the fact that, let's say I say how they'll be like, how's your weekend? I'll be like, I took Cam to football and the twins did this, and then I went to everyday people.
Yeah.
They're like, huh? And we're like, what? And we're like, yeah, and it's like, you still do stuff like that. I don't know if it's an age thing or if it's a mom thing.
That's true.
Right?
Okay.
So I
yeah,
can't
like,
quite
yeah.
pinpoint it.
That's the
Your
thing.
mother sit
yeah.
down or you're too old sit
Yeah.
down.
Basically.
Yeah.
basically.
Either way,
Yeah,
sit
yeah.
down.
Two of them.
Or sit down and have some kids.
Exactly.
In my case.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
In
yeah.
your
Yeah,
case,
like, sit
that
down
would be
and-
the same.
I actually
yeah.
have a friend who said to me, a good friend of
All
mine.
this
actually,
lollygagging ain't gonna get you
No,
in
he
the
said, "What are
maternity
What are you doing?
wards."
He said, what are you doing? He said, don't you think you should have some kids now? I said, Ninja?
Oh
You got
my
5 kids.
god!
Oh my God.
Oh my god!
Like, chill on that. I'm okay. I'll look after your kids.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He was like, no,
Yeah.
we're too. He said, we're too old now. You need to sit down and have some kids.
No,
Yeah,
I think
jeez.
I think enjoyment should see no age.
No age at all.
Yeah.
Do you think your male counterparts, like, not feel the same way, but or possibly have the same experiences? People judging them according to the spaces they're in, or the way they dress, or what they do, whatever it may be.
No. However, I feel like if you are
Sorry, no, they do.
no,
they don't.
I think in all majority, I'm gonna say no.
Mm-hmm.
However, I still have that picture in my mind
Mm.
of that old uncle dressed like
Which one?
just like
The one that's
The-
past
the
his
one
time. The
that-
same
the
one
one
that we
with
saw at
the-
that event that
yeah,
we
The one
went
with the
to.
Lakers vest. Leave it
yes,
alone.
exactly that we went to.
That uncle. Yeah.
That uncle where you're like where you see him at the party, you're like, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do your thing though.
Okay.
He's
It's true.
enjoying
He should.
life.
Yeah, he should enjoy
enjoy
life.
it though. He should
As long
enjoy
as
it.
you're not a predator, I don't have any issues
True,
with you.
true.
I think maybe maybe that event the age
That I was gonna say it wasn't age appropriate.
it was just
Yeah, it wasn't age appropriate
Yeah.
for Unc.
Yeah, I think my only issue with those type of unks or some type of aunties, because there's some aunties, they'll be dressed down in Fashion Nova and they'll still be there trying to pry. I'm like, as long as you're not predators, enjoy yourselves.
Yeah. True.
If you're there being predators and cougars and whatever have-nots, then that's not cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that ish somewhere else.
Yeah.
But if the unks want to enjoy themselves, let them do their
Let
thing.
them do what
Yeah.
they... And Unc
Yeah.
was enjoying himself, Leash.
Exactly.
He was.
He wasn't-
Alright,
he had his
my
girl
bad.
there
But
and
yeah,
everything.
but I don't think males get the same.
You don't
No.
think
Yeah,
so?
no, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
they definitely don't. In my like group of males, I don't think they get the same
Yeah.
judgment at all.
They don't
Yeah.
get told to sit down and have kids, do they?
No,
they
they
don't.
don't, and they
They-
don't get told to sit down and look after their kids.
Yeah,
either.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
And they're not asked where their kids are.
Yeah,
when they're out
nope.
No,
either.
they don't. No.
So
But the minute you go out, they're like, well,
of
who do you
course,
leave your
yeah,
kids
yeah,
with?
exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
where your
Oh, so
children
where's your
at?
kids?
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, where's your partner? Where's him?
Yeah.
Like when he's out, nobody ever.
Where's your wife?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Where's your girl?
They're looking for a wife for him there.
Not our wife. Our wife.
So a quick fun question for us. I guess I'll start with Lish. If you could get a pass to act like you're in your 20s again for a week, no rules and no judgment, what would you do?
Oh my gosh, I'm in these streets.
Like you weren't in them to begin with?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm in these streets professionally
Okay.
as well as romantically. Just having a really good time and enjoying life and not thinking too much beyond.
Yeah.
Just being in the moment. I think growing up, that was always my issue, that I was thinking too
stuck.
much,
Ahead.
forward ahead instead of just focusing on the now. So yeah.
That's a good one, Lish.
Definitely.
I think as of me, I'll do the same. I'll date more. Unfortunately, I was in a very long-term relationship in my 20s that took over my whole 20s. So I think I would most probably date more, work the scene a bit, if that makes sense. And like you as well, Lish, I think I would relax a little bit more. It all works itself out. We were so stuck in, is this gonna happen? Is that gonna happen? So I think I'll just chill and just like enjoy. This is why I always say I don't think I could ever go back to my 20s. I think they were awful. Yeah, they were not. I didn't enjoy them. I was the most broke. I was the most insecure.
But that's...
I was the most, it was
I
it was
feel
a
like
terrible,
you're
terrible
supposed to be
time.
broke in your 20s to kind of figure out what it is that you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I heard someone say the other day that whoever told us that we become adults in like our 20s is a liar,
it's
right?
a lie, yeah.
my
Because
God.
technically, according to, I don't know how they came up with this theory, because technically when you're in your 20s, you're realistically in your teens. Where in your 30s, you're realistically in your 20s, and so on and so on and so on. Hence why a lot of adults, like I asked my parents, like my mum and my dad, they still every once in a while go out and socialize. My dad is in these streets when he's back home.
Oh,
in
he
Uganda.
sure is.
He's in these streets. And you say to, and he's like, I'm like, I love seeing that though. And I'm like, but don't you think you should be like, you know, you got them grandkids now, like chill. And he's like, no, I still feel like I'm in my 30s in my head.
Exactly.
So I for some reason, I feel like that theory applies to everyone. Hence why we constantly feel like we're trying to be adults when we're not really there.
Really hustling. I feel that I hope rather that when my sons get older and they reach their 20s, I don't give them that sort of like, you're in your 20s, you're grown now.
Yeah.
You don't need no support. And I don't mean financially, because my kids are going to be ballers. So
Amen.
that ain't a problem.
Amen.
That ain't going to be no problem. But however,
they better not forget about auntie.
Of course not. The support, I mean, like they're just not mature in there. I think they need like mental support, just support as a parent to just be there and not necessarily just dump it on them to say you're in your 20s now, you're grown, I'm just gonna leave you. You don't need nothing. I think that's also something I think I was missing in my 20s. My parents. Like I needed that support system. Yeah, for sure.
I hear that.
Mimi?
What would I do? I really like being active.
Yeah.
So if I could go back into my 20s, I would be like, you know, that girl that's like roller skating, like just everywhere and anywhere.
Like Usher in these streets?
Yeah, like Usher in these streets, and he's in his 40s. I would do that, but I feel like if I try that now, the way that my knees are set up,
oh my god,
the way that my ankles are set up, I can't afford to break any bones.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, okay, so we need to go skating.
Yeah,
let's go skating.
We do need to go skating.
You two need to
in a safe environment. I mean, like I'd be on, you know, those ones that like they go for like the discos on the streets, and there's a group of them, and they're on skates.
We used to do that in the summer in Central Park. That's how I met one of my flings. One of my Spanish. Central Park, so Central Park Sundays, we would go there in the summer, we go skating. So there was music, a group of people from like everywhere. It was New York City. So skating is cool now, right? But when in my 20s, what are you doing?
I guess it
was always kind of a cool thing in America.
True. In America,
but
here I
like,
think it picked up a little bit later.
Yeah.
And now like they know that there's people that skate that are in commercials and stuff like that. So it's kind of picked up in that aspect. But not so much.
Used to have Sonic, they would come to your car and skate. So it's like skate.
We never had that here. I should have grown up there.
I know. To retract, actually, 1 second, I just got to mention that with the age thing, you know, I'm not so fussed about age at all. Like, at all. I couldn't care less. If they were to tell me I'm 60 tomorrow, I'd be like, However, the one thing that bothers me is not being able to stay active for my kids. Yeah. So just like hurting and waking up tired these days. It's just like, I'm so tired these days. And I'm just like, I really want to do stuff with them. But like, genuinely, my age is like kind of...
I think it's the weather. I'm not
it is the weather.
I think it's the weather.
It's partly the weather.
That vitamin D.
Also, we're getting older. So a lot of the things that... And blood test the other day, by the way. So I was just like trying to figure out what's going on there. But those results are also based according to my age. We can't deny that. Yeah. Because as I get older, there's just certain things I need more of. So until we figure that out.
So I mean, it is I am into Dr. Mark Hyman, and he does talk about reversing your
metabolic age.
Your metabolic age. With wellness and the working out and how you eat, and it is possible because I mean, I think he said he is in his 60s, but his metabolic age, whatever however you say that word,
I think is it?
Yes, it's or in his early 40s or whatever. So I mean, there is hope for us in the future to make sure that we are able to run after or keep up with our children or our grandkids. Even my mom, I let her know all the time. She has 2 young kids that she cares for. and she is in her mid 70s,
Mm-hmm.
but she's doing the school run. She's up and at it. And, you know, her counterparts are not as active as she is.
not
And
necessarily.
because she has those kids, I feel like that's
keeping
what's
her
kept her going. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. That makes sense for sure. Let's jump into something, you know, you guys know we love threads.
Yes.
Because this one put us on threads and now we're obsessed.
Thank God.
So I saw something on threads and I decided to share with the girls this past couple of weeks. I think it was last week or the week before, who cares about time. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys. I've been married to my husband for 35 years, not I. His hygiene levels are non-existent. He hasn't cleaned his teeth in years. They're yellow and chipped. He can go for a week or more without showering. He leaves ish on the toilet seat and in the bed. In the bed. He leaves tish in the bed. You reverse that. Flip it. Oh my goodness. If I tell him he smells, he just says, and I've made him clean his teeth before I kiss him. I'm repulsed by him. He makes me feel physically sick. I spray perfume on my pillow so I can't smell him. He wonders why we're not intimate anymore. When we visit my daughter and son-in-law, she sprays where he's been sitting when he goes to the toilet. I spray his car seat before he gets in or out of the car. The worst thing is that he occasionally works away and he showers almost every night when he's staying in a hotel. But he doesn't when we're away together.
And that's your sign, sis.
What the F can I do? I bath every day. I change my clothes, blah, blah, blah. I'm overweight, but I make an effort to look presentable whenever I leave the house. It's so frustrating.
That's her sign. That's her sign. He
35
showers
years.
when he's
They've
when
been
he
married for 35 years?
35 years.
Disgusting.
he only showers. Did we miss that part?
No, we didn't miss
when
that
he goes
part.
to the hotel.
Yeah.
Sis,
Okay,
he
that's her
hates
sign.
you.
When he goes
He
away
hates you,
for work.
sis.
That's your sign.
He hates you,
Yeah,
sis.
he's
35 years.
Like, I just don't understand why she's not getting the fact that he's basically trying to make her as comfortable,
And who's he meeting at the
uncomfortable
hotel?
as possible.
He's
going away for
for
work. What's your business?
what kind of work?
Quotation
Work
marks.
that needs a shower.
Okay, fine.
He's been making you feel uncomfortable so that you can leave, but you're still there, and it's annoying the hell out of him. So he's going to continue to shit on the toilet seat, and he's going to continue to leave streaks in the bed sheets
That is actually
until you just
disgusting.
wake up and you take your ass out of that house or kick him out.
And you're saying he wonders why we're not intimate anymore.
He knows
The
why.
fact
Exactly.
that the fact that she's saying brush your teeth so I can kiss you, I ain't going nowhere near you.
No. From the first
Do that again.
from the I'm out. There's nothing worse than experiencing like bad breath.
Ooh.
Have you ever encountered anyone that you not even obviously not in a relationship? I know that wouldn't be possible for any three of us,
absolutely
right?
not.
Absolutely not, right?
Hell to that. No.
But have you ever encountered like a blind date, a date, or someone who was even maybe just trying to chat you up at an event or anything like that had a bit of a about them?
Ugh. I'm thinking. I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
No?
Thank God, no.
Not even anybody in a club or anything?
Maybe the club, not smell, but like the breath reeking of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Hennessy or alcohol. Or something.
Hennessy and
Like,
chicken
ugh.
wings.
Yeah, and I'm like, ugh, I'm actually okay. But no, not.
No,
you
I
think
can't-
of
I can't
anybody?
recall.
No, me neither, actually. Except for obviously, like you said, if you're in a
Yeah.
club and there's someone
Yeah,
who stinks of
yeah, that's-
Courvoisier breath
yeah.
and stuff like that. That
Or
I
maybe
get.
they came out and they didn't wear their deodorant, but they're not approaching me.
Oh,
But,
of course,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm walking straight away from that.
Yeah, because you can
situation.
smell it before it even comes.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. You can definitely smell it.
It's that corner.
And I literally, it's that corner, that turnaround.
Yeah,
It's the circle of the five guys that haven't stopped
Exactly.
dancing since the party started.
Yeah.
Of course, exactly. That one. I think I have, however, encountered like someone who would want to be my friend, like an actual girl who would want to be my friend, and they had a little something going on there, a little something, and I'm just like, And at work too, sometimes I've encountered colleagues that are a bit whiffy-waffy.
Actually, we both encountered a time.
Of course we did. Yeah. And it was a struggle time because we didn't know what to... The person was so nice.
We were so nice.
We had
so nice.
We tried multiple. There was
ways.
Two. Yeah,
there was two.
We tried multiple ways. At one point, we
hinting.
sent his peers to speak to him.
Yeah. And that kind of worked, right?
It did work. Yeah. But the other one, it was tough.
Nah, the other one, it was embedded in the skin.
It was tough because
the one that was seeping.
Ooh,
the smell is seeping out through the skin. Because you know when they say, "Oh, you need to like detoxify your body," it was like that type of that type of smell.
But they were so nice.
They were so nice.
How do you? And they don't give you that sensitivity training, right?
No, they don't.
Like they say, if they're acting like this, do this, but they're not like if they smell.
Of course,
approach it like this.
Yeah.
No. So
I mean, not where I'm at now, but definitely in the past, in the old space. We were in a smaller room, so we definitely had some.
Oh my God, yes, we did.
Yeah, we had some funky people.
I worked with Lish at some point.
Yeah,
what have we not done? But there was a one funkster.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I would know, and I worked the US hours, so I would get the aftermath. I would have to open all the windows. All the windows. The cleaner would come in and would be like, "She was here today." I'm like, "Yes, she was."
I just often wonder, why do how do you
because you can't smell yourself apparently.
No, you can.
That's a lie.
They say no.
You can.
That's a lie because I can smell myself.
No, we smell ourselves because we don't smell.
No, but even if you did smell.
Hold on. The foods that you cook in the home, African households, right?
Yeah.
We don't necessarily think, we know they don't smell the greatest, right? With certain foods or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But we're kind of used to that smell.
No, because you walk into your house from like a day out or something and you come in and you're like, I don't like how the house smells.
Even the other day,
you
remember
smell yourself
because
you're clean. Because you know what you smell like. When you haven't showered. These people are not showering consistently.
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
They stink consistently. So they're so used to the stank that they don't even know, like a bloody, what is it called? What's the animal that lets off the bad smell?
A skunk.
A skunk. A skunk doesn't think it smells.
Well, a skunk's also a skunk. But what I'm wondering, how do you, going back to the guy who's trying to tell his wife, you need to... by way of how do you allow yourself to become like that, so to become so disgusting? Just be honest and say
no. I think it's because he just genuinely has no other way to tell her to go, and men will do everything necessary to show you that they don't want you,
they don't
but
want to break
not
up with
tell
you.
you.
They
will do everything in their power.
Okay,
and I know a lot of men. I know a lot of men that won't leave their significant others.
They want their significant other to leave.
Most divorces are initiated by women because men refuse to do it.
They refuse to divorce them. And even after the fact, even after she's left, they're still somehow thinking that they've still got a chance with that person, or, something along those lines. And it's just really strange behavior. But I know actually a couple of men, in fact, I know a handful of men that I'm quite close to that have significant others that they actually can't stand.
But would they go all the way to shitting on the toilet seat?
I don't think they would go all the way that, but they do things like, flirting and obviously seeing
in front
other
of
people.
Them.
Yeah, they do it. They don't care. They keep all the receipts. They don't delete anything. The other half sees all of the pictures. They don't care. Leave me. Why are you still here?
Wow.
And these girls are just like fighting for my love. Girl,
not fighting for the love.
Just let go. Just let go. They will do anything necessary to just be like, okay, I actually don't care about you. Can you imagine in a friendship, really, right? So if there's a friendship and there's a friend who lies to you, who steals from you, who actually hates your guts. So even if you're dressed nice, they'll tell you look like shit. They don't turn up for anything that you've invited them to. All of those things. But you still continue to have them around because you're just like, oh, that's the person that they are, and I'll keep them at a distance. But you still giving them access.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, but no, that man, I'm out.
Yeah.
You don't have
From
to
the
tell me
first
twice,
what?
yeah. You don't have to say nothing. It's actually okay. I'm gone.
Yeah.
Here you
No.
go.
From
If
the first
I have
sign, I
to
think.
ask you to brush your teeth,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
First,
no.
you don't even care about yourself.
No.
Absolutely not.
You absolutely do not care about yourself. Yeah, for sure. That's crazy. That's really crazy. I think in just leave.
Yeah.
But what was Sis asking for? Was she asking for advice? Like, what should she do?
She's crazy. That's what I'm starting to think. Maybe they're meant to be together.
Nah.
Yeah, they are. Nah. Because you're meant to be with that person. Because God specifically chose you.
I'm just picturing it in
You know
my
how
I'm just
she's
picturing
God's-
it in my
what's
mind. Like, how
She's
could
God's
you even
strongest
sleep?
soldier.
You can't sleep. Like, you cannot. Have you?
God's strongest soldier.
You cannot.
She's,
Like, what?
she's really the chosen one.
No.
Out here like David,
that's
slinging
nasty.
Goliath.
Nah.
But there's people out there that are dealing with that, I think. Where
And
they just
smelly
like, with smelly,
spouses, and they're
smelly
just like,
spouses.
Yep, it's okay. That's
I
my
can't
man.
have a smelly spouse. I will
I
tell you
cannot.
within the first 2 seconds, your breath stinks.
Yep.
You need to shower.
Yep.
Go and do this. Your clothes, they
Yep.
stink. I'm not that kind of person that
Yeah.
will be like hiding it or anything like that. It's the same thing with me. Even my kid, he plays a lot of football. I'm like, bro, you're 7. Sometimes, I'm starting to think maybe I need to give him antiperspirants. When is too young, by the way? What do you think? When is too young to give your kid antiperspirants?
I don't know actually.
Yeah. I
When
don't know
When did you
either.
start?
When I really hit puberty.
Okay, so
Yeah.
before then, nothing at all. And that what was that? 10, 12?
Yeah, maybe 10, 11. That's
10,
when
11.
the hairs like
Yeah,
started
yeah.
like prickling
Could be.
up. Yeah.
And you?
I think I just started wearing it because I saw my mum and dad
Wearing
wearing
it,
it.
yeah,
and
so you
I was
just-
just like, okay, I guess I gotta wear this too. So I was just taking theirs. I don't even know what age that was at.
I guess
But I guess
eventually
it's
they just
also
bought your
different, too.
own.
He's super active. He plays sports.
Yeah, of course
Yeah,
it's different.
so-
Yeah, of course it's
Yeah.
different. He showers like obviously twice a
Of
day.
course, yeah.
But sometimes after training, I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
That's after training. It makes
open
sense.
the window.
It makes sense. Dude is like actually allowing himself to just
exactly,
be.
yeah.
Yeah,
And he
work
knows
out.
this too. He's always like that. He's like, oh, I need to go and have a
Yeah.
shower as soon as I get home. I'm like, yes, son, you do. You definitely do. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
Make sure to share your experiences. Do you have a stinky spouse? If so, what are you doing about it?
Not a stinky
You know,
smell.
I thought you were gonna ask them like, let us know if you felt like you were old, like you were like,
No,
Yeah.
this one is
raised
the
out
more-
of. She's like, no, let us know
this
you got a
one
stinky
was
spouse.
what we really need to focus on
Okay.
was
The
stinky
stinky
spouses
spouse.
because the age thing, that's quite common in women. So yes, share experiences about the age thing as
Yeah.
well. Do you feel like you're pressured to stay in your age bracket? Do you feel pressure in the workplace because you're of a certain age and you maybe think that you should be in certain positions that you're not necessarily are in at a certain stage in your life? And again, stinky spouses. Do you have one? How do you get rid of one? Or how do you help one if you want to continue to be with them for 35 years?
No judgment. How much
No
is too
judgment
much for
is
fruit?
dead. Yeah, how much
mean,
is too
how
much
much
for
Too
fruit?
much for fruit. Yeah, we
How
need to
much
know
is
that.
too? And if you are going to therapy, right?
Oh my god.
Mention me in one of your sessions and help me understand why there's loads of people out there that don't really have a balance with that therapy situation going on there. So yeah, that's one of those.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
always a great
you.
episode when you're around, Mimi. I say this.
I try,
Yeah.
but I'd rather be behind the camera.
Oh, don't worry, me too. But here we are.
Exactly. Yeah, we are indeed. There's just me.
Yeah, exactly.
Make sure to like, share, subscribe.
subscribe.
This has been episode 57 of Allow It. My name is Dee.
I'm Mimi.
And
I
you
am
are-
Lish.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.